All right, so I finally got Red back.
And he literally impregnated all of the cows.
Yeah, that's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, but I didn't know that he was supposed to impregnate Nubs and Mango this early when they're so little.
Well, he's into young ladies.
Colton!
So anyways, Red is back, and now we got a life lesson on the birds and bees from my daughter. But got Red back, and he found some mud to play in, apparently.
Come on, dude. It's our drive-thru.
But anyway, so Red's back on the place. Hey guys, I want to welcome everyone to Texas Silver. Appreciate y'all being here. I'm really sorry I haven't put out a video. Gosh, it's almost been probably a week. I got super slammed at work. I got put on a shift that was kind of a mid-shift, so it was hard for me to put out videos just based off of that shift. I get home and it's already dark, and then the mornings were pretty much eaten up to where I didn't really have time for it. So I apologize. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I hope you like the content that I put out. If you've been with me for a while, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate all the comments below. They help me out, give me ideas for videos, and it helps everyone else that reads them. I do try to respond to most of them. I probably respond to about 90% of them, and the only ones that I don't is after the video's been out. Probably for 4 or 5 days, I don't really look at the comments anymore. So if you want a response from me, just remember to comment below as soon as you see the video, and normally you'll get a response from me. Also, I do have my email link. I do respond to you there as well. So if you have a specific question or something you want to ask me and you don't want it to be on the public forum, then send me an email there and I'll try and get back to you as quickly as I can. Before we get into this, all of our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone that's been affected with these tornadoes. I guess Kentucky was the worst one hit. Please say a prayer for those people if you're religious or if you can do something to help them out. I know that area was devastated with those tornadoes. But with these tornadoes, that is just a reminder of why we do everything that we do. So I think as preppers, a lot of times we're constantly, putting back food, water, security, different preps, and then we never get to use them. So it's like, what am I really doing here? Am I ever going to use this? Is this all worthless? And it's times like this that remind at least me that, who knows what tomorrow brings. And I'm sure that most of these people in this area had no idea that this was coming. And hopefully everyone that was prepared, they're, I guess, a leg up on everyone else that was affected by this. So, and hopefully, these people that have prepared are able to help out their neighbors. So just know when you're preparing, it doesn't have to be, I know everyone, at least for me, my idea of what SHTF or whatever is going to be is an economic collapse, the breakdown of society and all that, but that's not always the case. So, and I know I've talked about it on this channel before, but like the winter storm, that was something that I never thought I would see here, and I had to deal with it. And luckily I'm a prepared individual, and my life was, didn't really change for the most part. So keep what you're doing. It's not for, it's not in vain what you're doing. Eventually this will pay off. The sacrifices that you are making every day to put back preps and prepare for what we all feel is coming in the very near future. So just know that in this area that got affected, obviously their power is down. I'm sure water and all that stuff is down as well. So just know that if society does break down, even on a small scale like that, just know that you might have to go without food or water or power for, it could be, I'm guessing it'll probably be a couple months before they get power back to this area. And so if there's no power, there's no running water, there's no clean water, there's no refrigeration. So, all your food and all that's going to go bad. Everything that you have in your refrigerators. And obviously some people's houses were completely devastated to where everything was gone. Obviously there's not much you can do about that. But just think about right now, if the power were to go out for a week, how would you survive? If it were to go out for a month, how would you survive? 6 months, a year, 2 years, would you be able to make it? To be honest with you, if power were to go out for 2 years, would I survive? Yeah, but it would probably be really ugly. So just know that everything that you're doing now is just going to be one less calorie, one less gallon of water, whatever that you have to put back and struggle to, for every one of those calories or gallon that you put back, that's one less of those that you're going to have to struggle in a stressful environment to get. So get that stuff now and put it back. And just remember, it's always better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So another thing that I keep hearing about in the news, and also Jeremiah Babe, JB, good personal friend of mine, has his own channel. Go check out his channel. The link's down below. But Jeremiah has been talking about this. But I think it was 2 or 3 videos ago, he mentioned how he doesn't keep money in banks. He gets paid. He pays all of his bills, and then whatever else is left, he takes out and he puts into assets or cash on hand, or he invests it somehow or something like that. And I pretty much do the same thing. When I get paid, everything comes out of my bank account to pay all my bills, and whatever's left, I'm either putting into gold, silver, security, or just any other type of assets. I've got the ranch out here, so a lot of the money, also goes toward the ranch and stuff. So I would highly recommend not keeping large sums of cash in the bank. So that's what we talk about when we say don't keep money in the bank, because if the grid does go down, you can have $1 million that's electronically, in the bank. But if power goes down, or if you can't access it, if the banks go down, then it's worthless if you can't use it. Or if all you have is credit cards and debit cards and the power goes down and you don't have cash on hand, how are you going to exchange money for goods and services? Because whenever the grid goes down, it's not like instantly, oh, okay, cool, gold and silver. No, that's not how it's going to work. It would take a long time for gold and silver to actually, in my opinion, come back to being trade for goods and services. I think it's more of my belief is it's going to be more of a way to transfer my wealth from this paradigm to the next financial system that they come out with. But who knows? Anything's possible. But you always want to have some cash on hand. I know I don't talk about that often, but yes, you need to have an emergency fund on hand. And I would recommend small bills. That way you can make change and stuff like that. So I wouldn't have a stack of hundreds. I would have ones, 5s, 10s, and some hundreds, 20s if you wanted. But I wouldn't have just $10,000 in straight up hundreds. Another channel that I wanted to tell you all about, I know I've mentioned this as well on the channel before, but Jared from Revert to Means, very smart guy, constantly giving me a shout out on his channel. He's trying to grow his channel, so if y'all would, go over there and check his channel out as well. He kind of speaks on the same things that myself and Jeremiah talk about. But he was talking about the increase of home invasions and these smash and grabs that are going on. And these home invasions, ladies and gentlemen, are not in poor neighborhoods or in, what you would consider lower income. From what I understand, some of these houses are $1 million houses, people that are millionaires, multimillionaires, that these individuals are following these people home and then mugging them, robbing them, at gunpoint, beating them, stuff like that, taking what they want and leaving. So you need to take a good look in the mirror if you don't have security. If you're watching these videos and you haven't taken it seriously by now, you really need to, because I think it's just going to keep getting worse from here. I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. As this economic collapse that we're about to be in continues, all it's going to do is keep getting worse. So we're in the beginning stages of this. I think this thing's going to go on for a number of years. I think 2022 is going to be a hell of a lot worse than 21, and 23 will probably be even worse than that. So just know that when the crap does hit the fan, you are on your own. The police aren't coming, the military's not coming. You and your group, your family, your community, whatever you build now, that is all that you're going to have to rely on when all this goes down. So if you think you're going to call the police because someone's breaking in, and that's even today. Most of the time when this stuff happens, the police aren't going to be able to be there as soon as you call. So you need to have the ability to take care of business and, protect your own asset and your own life and your family's life, and not relying on anyone else or any service. I was informed, and I'm not going to go into details of who this person is and how I heard this, but apparently there's someone that follows this channel. And this individual lives in a gated community. It is a very affluent neighborhood. From what I understand, he has cameras. I want to say he also has a dog that protects the property. He has a safe, and probably some other security provisions in place, but he does not have this stuff right here. He doesn't have the security that you need. So from what I understand, he is stacking cash and metals in this safe, and I've got videos about that. Go back and look at my videos, and I talk about how to store your wealth, your metals, and stuff like that in safes, and my philosophy on that. Obviously, you don't want all your assets in one place, and I actually highly recommend not putting your metals and cash and all that in a safe. Valuables, you need to have multiple locations, multiple places that you're putting this stuff, but I'm not going to go into that too much because I do have a video about that. Go back, check out my earlier videos. I think it was probably 4 or 5 months ago. I don't have a bunch out, so you should be able to find that, but go back, check out that video if you have questions about how to store your metals or money or stuff like that. But so this gentleman, this individual, he is stacking all sorts of assets, and he doesn't have any way to protect this or defend it. So please take this seriously, because it doesn't matter how many assets, how many calories, how many gallons of water, however many filters, however many ounces of whatever you're putting back. If you can't protect it, someone is going to come in and they're going to take your stuff. They're going to take your life. They're going to take and do whatever they want to you and your family. I'm not going to go into the details, but I think if you're watching this video, you're intelligent enough to know all the different scenarios that can come out of this. Okay. So just know that someone, if they want it bad enough, they are going to come in your house and they're going to take what they want. So if you don't have security, you need to get security. I'm going to get real with y'all on this. And this isn't to brag or anything like that, but this is just to kind of put it into perspective of the type of individuals that you could be dealing with. Obviously, this isn't what I plan to do. I'm just letting you know that the type of people and the caliber of people that are out there that, I guess some people don't even realize the type of training and the type of assets and resources out there that you might have to defend against. And, some security cameras and a dog and 2 deadbolts on your front door, some lock bar or some bars over your windows, and a safe is going to keep everyone out. You're sadly mistaken. So just know that myself and a very close group of guys that I run with, that are good friends with, that have known for a very long time, most of us are prior military or have law enforcement experience. We also hunt at night, and so we have a lot of very sophisticated gear. We have night vision. We're able to move at night, no flashlights, nothing. So we're able to move at night, see at night, we're able to fight at night. Suppressors, subsonic ammo. So just know if we wanted to go after someone's stuff, we're gonna come at night. We're gonna come with suppressed weapons to where you're not gonna hear anything going off. It's gonna be subsonic ammo. So there's gonna be no report of, you know, when rounds get fired. You know, so we would operate at night. So you need to be able to fight at night, and you need to get the training, and you need to train, and you need to get this stuff to defend your life and your assets. Also, I've got a 12,000 pound, 100 horsepower skid steer on tracks that has a bulletproof windshield. So good luck keeping me out of your house or your gated community, because that thing can get into anything that I pretty much want into. Now, again, that being said, obviously that's not my plan, but my point is there are people that have assets and training and gear that you have no idea or probably haven't even thought about having to defend against. And that's nothing. You know, but the point is, if anyone wants to come in here and take your stuff, they will. So even if you do have some of this stuff, you know, how often do you train? How many boxes of ammo do you have? How many rounds do you have for it? You know, these are things to think about. So if you have a handgun and a box of 50 rounds of FMJ, you're wrong. That's not enough. So take this serious, please, because I just think it's going to get really bad from here. And I don't want anything to happen to anyone, especially people that follow my channel. All right, so enough about that. I just wanted to put that out there just so you kind of had some food for thought to think about, because, you know, most people probably think, well, I have a gun, I can defend myself. Well, you're not always going to be the biggest, baddest person out there, and know that there's always someone that's bigger, badder than you, that has better training and better toys and more people. So take it seriously. All right. Let's see. Just know that obviously God is the number one asset, but he also gives you a brain to think and to prepare for this stuff. So please prepare. I guess I'm going to end it there. Sorry if that got a little more doom and gloom, but I just wanted to really impress upon y'all, you know, after I heard that story about that individual, I just blew my mind that someone has this type of assets, pretty much unlimited funds to get all the cool toys, and still no way to defend all of his assets and his family and all that. So I take this stuff very seriously, but like I said, I'm going to end it there. If you could, I'm going to probably drop a video in a day or two on Rumble. If you haven't gone over to check out my Rumble channel, please do so. I'm going to start dropping security videos on there, basics when it comes to, I'm probably going to move on to rifles next. Probably the ARs, I guess, the ARs, I'm going to talk about those. I'm always so afraid to say certain words on this, so hopefully this video doesn't get taken down. Talking about that, but please come over. It's Texas Silver, one word, on Rumble. Check those out, but hopefully I can drop a video there in a couple days on that, and hopefully more to come on that. Thanks again for being here. God bless, take care, and until the next one.
Hey, mister, keep it today. Now! So I can motivate him to get it. There we go, never mind. See, told you don't have to get up.
Yeah, you can get it better than you can.
Here, Daddy, go. You have it since you like them.
How about you give it to the cows, who they're for? She may not want it because it was just in Firecracker's mouth. Who knows where that mouth? Who knows where that mouth has been, right?
Here. Rush shots! Get
Russians or rations?
Rations! Eat your rations! Yeah, Cracker, just give me the one. He's like, I am Punchline. And I.
What is her name again?
That's Nubs.
That's Nubs. Okay. Here's Bob.
You
Hey,
know
Bob.
that. Wait!
Are you ever not trying to get laid? Jeez, typical dude. Yep, she just cock blocked you right there, bro. None for you. Yeah.
Not for you. You already tried to eat swallow one. You see how that turned out. Quacker, you're not going that way. Go, Quackers, go! Haha, you're off, Bert. Quacker. No, you know what? I have to go down there to get him for him. Like up here. Nope, no. That. It's just one. It's not just gonna be two. I was gonna say let's lower him up here.
Okay. Look who's back. Wow, really?
He's like wrestling her.
Dude, did she not give you any last night or what? Oh, that's gross. Okay, we're moving on.
And now he's making his weird face. Yeah, now he's making his face.
Yep.
Colton, you want to do the drive-thru where we just yell their tag names and we say 128?
Let's go, 48.
Colton, drive-thru. We need one for mango. Russian, get your Russian. No, we need drive-thru for Bob. I repeat, we need a drive-thru for Bob.
He lost it.
Where'd he go?
Climb up top, see if he can get up there.